But honestly, I find most people that I find on the elliptical, or when I start training somebody, they're going to be they're not pushing themselves hard enough. And it is probably the most common one I use for cardio committed adults is the talk test intensity dial. It's a low tech field version of what zone you're in. It works anywhere you train, not just on cardio. It could be 3 flights of stairs. It could be carrying grocery bags into the house. I mean, it's not just for like cardio workouts. It could be for high intensity interval training. So sitting here right now, let's run through the test, me and you. So we're going to go from 120 to 125, just steady talking. So 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125. Now I'm sure you all did that out loud, but I want you to do it out loud because right now it's going to be fairly easy. You'll be in that low intensity. So let's try it again. So 1, 2, 3. 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125. Now you can stop. Sorry, you can't stop, but you can take a breath in and continue and still be slightly labored but finished. And if you can't finish, you're in an O2 deficit, which is that working too hard zone, which has its time and place. But honestly, I find most people that I find on the elliptical, or when I start training somebody, they're going to be they're not pushing themselves hard enough. They can finish too easily. So how does each aerobic zone work for a different modality? So we're going to do a test today for sake of time that's very fast, but I use different tests in my evaluations. But let's say a runner, if there's any runners out there, you're using a talk test at a tempo on your usual 2-mile loop. You want to be able to complete the intensity 120 to 125 throughout that whole zone if you're doing an aerobic workout. I'll group kind of hiker and walker in one. So let's say you're on a treadmill and you're flat and you're walking at your comfortable speed. Can you, or you're out with a friend, let's say, can you do the talk test 120, 121, 122, 123? So you're slightly labored, but finished. And then, one of the things that Judy and I did for her training, because we had to kind of combine distance and altitude, which is, a little tougher on our hearts. So I would have her do the talk test at the highest incline she could. So I'd have her find kind of, this arrow is right in the middle, but I'd have her work like the back half of this to make sure she never got into the high intensity zone. So